My name is Jeanette, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So this is going to be the start of another week of my reading, rambling, and real life video. Today is Sunday, November the 2nd, and we have just gotten home from church and had some lunch, and now it's the afternoon, and kind of what are we up to this afternoon? I don't exactly know yet, but we'll see. But I did get an Amazon package delivered, so I thought I would show you that and let you know what I'm currently reading. So I am reading A Run at Love by Toni Shiloh. I am about 70% the way through, I would say. I'm on chapter 30, page 232. So that is what I am starting the week with for my reading. I have just over 100 pages left to go, and I am enjoying it, but there is a storyline going on that's hitting a little bit close to home, and I understand the feelings that Piper and Tuck are dealing with. Not hitting close for me personally, but as a supportive person from somebody who has kind of been betrayed in a way, sort of the way Piper has been. If you've read the book, you kind of have an idea, but I don't want to tell you because I don't want to give spoilers. Yeah, and I thought I would sit in the living room with the tank. Here's some of our angel fish. Of course, none of them, over there. Some of them don't want to swim where my head isn't. But I'm not sure about this lighting. It's not the greatest. But if I sit the other way, then the window reflects on my glasses. So anyway, so that's what I'm reading right now. And then I got an Amazon package. And when I saw the box, it's like, there's no way both items are in there, but they are in there. And the first one, this is why I said, there's no way. It's so vacuum packed. So it's a sweater. I will need to take it out and try it on later, but I'm wearing a dress right now, so that's not happening. And then, because I'm reading this in the month of November, and I didn't have a physical copy, and I really wanted a physical copy, so I bought a physical copy. Heart on the Line by Karen Whittemire. This book just holds fond memories as being the first book I read by Karen Whittemire and introduced me to her writing and made me fall in love with her writing, and I've read so many others since. So it is a reread for me, and I cannot wait to reread it. I don't know when I'll be starting this next, but as soon as I finish this one, then I can start on my November TBR, and we'll figure out. Maybe tomorrow I'll start something. I don't know. I will let you know. I just thought I would kick this off with what I'm starting the week reading, and that is going to be this one. I am going to go clean my makeup brushes this afternoon so I can listen to my audiobook while I do that, which is also this book. And yeah, that's really my plan. I don't know what Andrew has planned and what else we'll get up to. I'll let you know. It is Monday morning and I am just getting ready for work. I need to straighten my hair. I have blow dried it. And I thought I would update you on yesterday. I don't know if I'll actually leave this clip in or not, but if you're seeing it, I decided to leave it in. Okay, so after I checked in yesterday, I cleaned my makeup brushes. They were long overdue. I wanted to do them when I got back from holidays, and yeah, I kept putting it off. Then I read for a bit. Andrew took a nap Sunday afternoon. Then we got together with friends for supper, and we stopped at PetSmart because it's right beside. So Andrew looked at the fish. He was looking for some fish food, some particular fish food, and they didn't have it. So then we had supper. It was a really good visit with them. It's been quite a while since we've gone out for supper with them. Then came home and I read. And so I finished A Run at Love, and I'm not sure what my reading is going to be. I really enjoyed the characters and watching the relationship bloom and the friendship between the girl and Nevia and Tuck and Lamont and Chris, I think were the guys' names. Wow, horrible. Now, I know because this is a series And from what the book was talking about, Lamont and Nevia's story is book 1. And I'm guessing Chris's story is going to be book 3, just the way that it kind of hinted at. But I didn't feel like I really missed a whole lot by reading book 2 and not book 1, which I normally would not recommend doing. I am like normally a series reader in order if I know it's a series. But because I wanted to read a contemporary romance that's up for the Christie Award finalist, or that is a Christie Award finalist, A Run at Love was the book that I could get. So that's what happened. I really enjoyed the horse aspect and like kind of seeing the training for the Kentucky Derby and like, you know, going to the different races beforehand to get points to. I don't fully understand all of it, but I do know parts of it from watching events. Watch the Derby. I've been to Churchill Downs. We went to, when we were in Lexington one year, we went to Keeneland Stakes, I think it's called, and saw like a horse auction and stuff. So like I, you know, have a general knowledge of it. We're not, you know, heavy watchers of it. And I really enjoyed like the author's note where she talked about one of the race locations was completely made up because she didn't want to, like, you know, have negative for a location. And what she included about Churchill Downs is really true history. So that was really interesting. My negative for me is there is a storyline going on with somebody not doing the right thing, getting caught, police being involved, and it affecting a family relationship, wife and child. And like I thought it was handled very well, but that storyline just kind of wrapped up very, very quickly at the end. And I would have liked a little bit more of it. Like it just, and I mean, I realized kind of why, because it was not pivotal to the romance, but yet I would have, I mean, it affected the romance or the characters in the romance. So I just would have liked more of that. I think, I don't know, but yeah, so I don't know. So then, as I said, I don't know what my rating's going to be on it. I then worked on editing last week's vlog, and we'll see. I'm feeling kind of slumpy a bit with the vlogging and editing because I keep thinking I have the vacation vlogs that I need to edit as well. But by editing these weekly vlogs, it's taking away the time that I could work on the vacation vlogs, because I also want to read. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I mean, obviously not right now because I'm updating in real time. I think maybe one of these weeks going forward is just gonna be a recap of the week. Like, this is what I read this week, rather than like more of a vlog style. Make it a little bit of shorter video. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then, because I finished that book, I had to figure out what was I going to read today? What was I going to start today? Because I decided I wasn't going to start anything last night. So I was really, really debating. Like, I should just read my TBR in order. It would make decisions so much easier. But I don't know. So I currently have 9 books on my TBR. Now, I do have the poll. So that book doesn't particularly count yet because there's 2 historical and 1 contemporary. But out of the 9 books, so out of the other 8, 4 of them are historical and 4 of them are contemporary. And I'm like, okay, I can go back and forth, like historical, contemporary, right? And that's what I'm thinking of doing. And then the poll is 2 historical and 1 contemporary. And right now, the contemporary is losing. The historical are neck and neck. Like, depending on the day, it changes. But because I'm not going to read that book yet, I've checked a couple times just out of curiosity to see, but I'm not going to like finalize a book on that yet because I'm not going to read that book yet. So then I was like, okay, it looks like it's going to be 5 historical and 4 contemporary is what's going to be the end result. Unless something happens and all of a sudden that suspense book gets bumped and all of a sudden gets a ton of votes. So then I was like, okay, that leaves me with, this is what I have on audio for historical. Okay, so I can either start Midnight on the Scottish Shore by Sarah Sundin or The Cryptographer's Dilemma by Joni Alexander. And I'm kind of like, which one do I want to start? And I couldn't decide last night. I don't know. At first I was like, okay, they're both World War II stories. Okay, so they're both World War II stories, and I was like, okay, well, I'll look to see when they start, because usually they have dates inside them, right? And I'll pick the earliest one to start. Well, I looked at them, and Midnight on the Scottish Shore starts in 1941, and The Cryptographer's Dilemma starts in 1942. I'm like, okay, I'll read Midnight on the Scottish Shore. But then when I made the decision last night, I was like, I don't know. Maybe because The Cryptographer's Dilemma is a little bit shorter. So I'm like, maybe I should start with a shorter one and then go to the Sarah Sundin. And I'm like, I don't know. I'll decide in the morning. So this morning, I pulled it up and I have started Midnight on the Scottish Shore. I'm only 2 chapters in. No, I'm only a chapter in, really. I think, because we've met the main female, and then we have just, chapter 2, but then I paused it to talk to you, we have just met a male main character who I'm assuming is going to be the main male character. We'll see. Okay. Now, to finish getting ready. It is a dreary day. It is pouring rain, and this is what I get to see at the moment. What did you buy?
Vanilla.
Vanilla festive. You can't read the French. Holiday creamy vanilla Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
New.
Yeah.
Well, you gonna try it tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, I gotta work tomorrow.
Okay.
You can't drink and sleep at the same time. So, at least not stuff with whatever this is in it.
Caffeine.
Yeah, it'll keep me up.
Yep.
You know, me and caffeine don't get along, but this will be a treat.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it too soon? Not at all. Okay, let's take a drink. Oh, my first one of the season. So this is actually our second carton of eggnog, and Andrew drank the whole one of the first one. And then he had some after work today, and I was like, oh, I think I want some later. And he's like, you better get it before I drink more because, again, it's almost out. I'm like, Andrew. It's dangerous when he likes something as well. So I think this is the first time I'm showing my face since I did the Monday morning clip when I was doing my hair, which I actually still don't know if I'm going to include or not, but if you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, then sorry. I started Midnight on the Scottish Shore on Monday. It is now Wednesday evening, and I am participating in Lucy's reading sprints, but I just have it on mute right now because we're in a sprint. And I am over halfway through. I'm on page 223, just starting chapter 29. We are in Scotland. It started in the Netherlands with Celia, but now she is in Scotland. And I'm interested in it, but I'm not fully understanding the job she's doing as a double agent. And I don't know why I'm missing some of that. Like, I just not comprehending, or I don't know what it is. But I'm liking her as a character and caring for her, because like the decision that she made and that ended up in Scotland, and then when she arrived, the danger she faced, and now kind of she is starting to earn the trust from others. And there is a guy in particular that really like would not trust her at the beginning, and now he's coming to learn that yes, he can trust her. And she was involved in a rescue for somebody else, and through that rescue is where he learned that, okay, she is on our side, I can trust her. But what does that mean going forward? So as I said, I'm just over halfway. I think I'm 60% according to my audiobook. I am tandem reading this one. And maybe that's why I'm not fully understanding some of the war terminology or what they're doing exactly. But I find, because Lachlan is also a sailor, I think. I mean, he's been on a boat, so I'm pretty sure he's a sailor. And so I found when I read her Ways of Freedom series, I didn't fully understand the guys' roles in the military all the time. So that's just kind of a normal thing for me, but I don't care so much when I like the characters. There is one other character that Celia is working with or is around a lot that I like, and then there's another female that I'm not a fan of. And we'll see what happens going forward. So it is keeping my interest. I am switching from the audiobook to physical when I can read at night. But I haven't done a ton of reading the last couple days. Because Monday night, I filmed a video Monday night. I filmed my October wrap-up. And then I edited my Wednesday weekly that went up today. And then I read a little bit. Then yesterday, I was fighting a headache most of the day. I came home, I read a little bit, worked on some channel stuff. I'm working on my reading challenge for next year and trying to decide on prompts and kind of design that out. So I have the main design done. I just need to put in prompts and figure out how that's all going. I also really need to work on figuring out a schedule. Or like kind of what's my next video gonna be. And so yeah, but I also last night I did edit my October wrap-up video. So I do need to preview that tonight. And I'm going to paint my nails during a sprint. The one advantage to a really light color is you can't tell as badly when it's chipping. Because a couple nails, it is pretty chipped on, like almost half of the nail is chipped. But with a light color, you can't really tell. So I trimmed them last night, so now I'm gonna paint them tonight. And I already read a little bit, and so that's basically the plan. And here's the cover of A Run at Love that I finished the other day that I gave you the summary report of. And if I didn't give you the summary report, because I still haven't decided if I'm going to put that video in, that clip in. If I didn't, it will be at the end of this video when I do the weekly wrap up. Sorry, that's just the way it's going to be right now. Okay, I am going to start on my nails. It's Thursday evening, one more work day, and then it's the weekend. And I joined M's sprints tonight, and during the first two sprints, I finished Midnight on the Scottish Shore by Sarah Sundin. Now, I am disappointed to say this is not my favorite Sarah Sundin book. This is probably my least favorite Sarah Sundin book. I just didn't connect with it the way I wanted to. And I was really, really looking forward to it. And maybe that's why I was disappointed, because I had hyped it so much in my head. So we are following Celia, who is a Dutch national that was working with the resistance. And she agrees to become a spy for the Nazis so that she can come over to England. And then she plans on, once she arrives on English shore, well, technically Scottish shores, traveling to England to kind of leave the Nazi spy party and go live with her aunt. Well, that does not work out the way she had hoped. And she ends up becoming a double agent, still working as a Nazi spy, but also working for another, does the back tell you, with British intelligence as a spy for them. And so then we're following that, where she meets a guy that also works for British intelligence, or has been roped into work for British intelligence, who is Scottish. And while I enjoyed seeing the two of them together and kind of rooting for them, there was so much of it that like just went over my head. Like I wasn't fully comprehending exactly what was happening at times. And the Scottish words and language, because I was switching between the physical book and the audiobook. So the audio helped me know how to say some of them, because just reading them, I was like, what? But it also felt like just too much. I don't know. Like I had a hard time getting into it. But by the end, like I would say the last, was it even 10 chapters? The last 5 chapters maybe? Because there's 49 chapters. And it was around chapter, so maybe the last 10 chapters, I would say, where Celia makes a decision. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean something's going to happen to her that I don't want to happen to her? Because by that point, I was invested in her as a character. And then we're following what happens, and I'm like, because I did like her, and I wanted things to turn around. And then when things started looking like, okay, this is the way they're going, and it's not going to be what I wanted, but then things changed a little, I was like, good, finally. And there's a really funny line at the end that, like near the end, it was like, if we're free, we need some privacy. Like I really like that. It was funny. So I'm going to give it 3.5 stars, because I finished it, but I just wasn't as invested in it. It was easy to put down and kind of focus on something else and not be like, oh, I got to continue reading. I got to know what's happening. I wasn't there. So I'm going to land on 3.5 stars. Okay, and now I am going to try to work on filming a video. I have an author spotlight video that I'm going to work on. So I have my notes. I have my stack of books, so if you can peek, you might know who the author is, because this video will not be going out until after this video. So if you have guesses, put them down below. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, and then I need to figure out what I'm reading next. So we're home from grocery shopping, and I'll just give you a quick preview of everything we got. We are planning on doing freezer meals tomorrow, hence all the meat. Okay, so onions, spring mix, radishes, pepper, baby carrots, spinach, potatoes, chips, tomato sauce, corn, vegetable soup, cream of chicken soup, beef broth, sour cream, Brussels sprouts. What are these sidekicks? Taco shells, chicken strips, because we decided we needed something quick and easy. Some more eggnog, ham, lunch meat, kielbasa sausage, breakfast sausage, chicken thighs, chicken breast, ground beef, chicken strips, curly fries to go with the chicken strips, and then veggies. So Japanese mix, corn, broccoli. That's kind of tops us up. Mainly it was the meat we needed to make some freezer meals. So that is our plan for the weekend. The other day, Andrew went and got milk and bread, which is why they're not here, because he just picked those up. Just realized I forgot the calendar. So we bought a new calendar for next year. So this is to record the freezer meals. So this is what it looks like. No picture, just nice big spots to write the freezer meals on. So it is Friday evening and we are home from grocery shopping because I just showed you the grocery haul. And I thought I would give you a reading update. What book did I decide to start after Midnight on the Scottish Shore? I decided to start Falling for You by Becky Wade this morning as my audiobook. I did not get very far. I read 2 chapters this morning, or listened to 2 chapters, and I'm at page 30. And then it was a busy day in the office, lots of people in and out, so I didn't get a chance to listen, which is fine. Not every day can be a listen day. But now that it is the weekend, and I don't really listen to audiobooks on the weekend very often, so I'm going to put this one on pause, and I am going to switch to my Kindle, and I am going to work on Hearts in Circulation, which is I have the arc of it by Sarah Monzon. It is book 2 in her Checking Out Love series, I think it's called. It is also a contemporary romance, and we are following, what's her name? Somebody that we met in book 1. Haley. I had to start and see. We're following Haley, who is one of the librarians that we met in book 1, but now she's taking a bookmobile on the road, and from my understanding, that bookmobile breaks down. She has to get somebody to help her fix it or get it fixed. Maybe she's not going to fix it. And a romance ensues. That's about all I really know about this book, and I'm okay. That's all I know going into it. But I've decided to switch over because I don't have a ton of audiobooks from my November TBR. I have quite a few that I'm going to have to read. So it just felt appropriate to switch to a book for the weekend that I would read and save the audiobooks for during the week when I tend to listen to audiobooks. So we're just going to put a little pause on this one and move over to this one, which, I was going to say, here's the black and white cover, but yes, I have an advanced reader copy, so I don't even have a cover. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for the evening. And tonight, the Christie Awards are being announced, but I want to do a special video talking about all the winners, and I don't want to spoil myself for the filming of that video. And because I haven't seen the Christie Awards from the beginning, I don't want to start it now, so I'm going to wait and try not to find out who won until tomorrow morning when I can film a reaction to the winners and are they the books I've read. Because I have now read 1 book from every Christie category, from the categories that I would read. So there's a couple categories that I do not read, so I didn't read books from them. But that video will be coming, and hopefully that video will already be posted before this one. If I get it done, we'll see. So I'm going to watch a hockey game. I don't even know who's playing tonight, but I'm sure there's a hockey game on somewhere. And I'm going to read. That will be my evening. I mean, it's already 9 o'clock. So we went grocery shopping later tonight, which was kind of nice because the stores were pretty quiet. So it made shopping nice. A very quick check-in. It is noon on Saturday, And I only got a chapter read of Hearts in Circulation last night. I just could not focus on it, but I had a headache as well, and I think that's why I couldn't focus. So I just went to bed and slept. Got up at 2:30 for some water and Advil, went back to bed, slept till about 6:30-ish, I think it was. I don't know. Had some cereal to eat, and I was hoping that would help me feel a bit better. Took a shower, and I'm feeling much, much better. And I've been very productive this morning. I have already filmed, edited, and uploaded a video that's already live, like all the same day. Amazing. And so I did the Christie Award video, who won. So I will link that below if you missed it by any chance. And we have done 2 loads of laundry, just getting ready to do a third. I've got my bags ready for the freezer meals, so then we are going to start working on making those. Andrew is just finishing dishes from lunch, and Andrew cooked breakfast sausage, maple bacon. Oh, the house smelled so good. No, not bacon, just maple flavored. And so we had breakfast for lunch, because then he did hash browns and eggs. It was kind of his breakfast specialty. Yeah, they were really good. So now we're going to continue being productive this afternoon and see what happens. But I just realized I need to make my Tim Hortons hockey picks if I want to earn a coffee, because the first game starts at 1. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start working on the freezer meals. Stocked up for a little bit. Well, it is Sunday morning, November the 9th, and we've got our first snowfall. Not a ton, but you can't really tell, but it is still snowing. I'd go over here to look at the tree, but through the screen it's, not that clear. So it is now Sunday, and I did not check in last night because it's a really good thing I was very productive in the morning half, or the half of the day yesterday. We did get the freezer meals made, put in the freezer, but by the time I was getting to the last one, I just had to chop up the ham, chop up the potatoes, and I was done. My headache was returning, and from standing, I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, I need to go lie down. So we got that one done. Then I went and laid down for a bit, took a nap. And even when I woke up, the headache was still there. Like, just go away. And it is totally weather related, just the change in pressure and stuff, because we knew snow was coming. It'll be fine once, it's just constant cold, but the up and down barometer change just really affects my head. So then I did end up watching some hockey last night, not a ton, which is really sad for a Saturday night at home. And I also got some reading done. Then I went and laid down in bed, and Andrew comes in with a package, and he's like, "Did you order something?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm already in bed at this time, I was reading, but I was in bed. And he's like, "Well, you got something." And he's shaking it, and it's like, "I don't know what it is." And he's like, "Can I open it?" I said, "Go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead." So he opened this package, and it's book mail from a subscriber. I'm like, thank you so much. So she got me Break My Fall by Lynn H. Blackburn. So this completes my Lynn H. Blackburn set until her new book comes out. And she got me Searching for You by Jodie Headland, which also completes the Orphan Train series I have, because I own book 1 and book 2. So 2 sets. Thank you so so much. I will be sending you an Insta message to thank you personally. But I am so excited to get this. And now I'm kind of like, I almost wish I waited to film my Lineage Blackburn author spotlight video that you will be seeing. Oh, I just spoiled it. Because I wasn't going to tell you who it was. That's funny. You will be seeing after this video. But for reading, I read on my Kindle. I'm reading Hearts in Circulation. I was going to call it Checking Out Love, but that is the series name. Hearts in Circulation by Sarah Monzon. I have made it to chapter 14. It says I'm 40% of the way through. And I have very mixed feelings on this right now. I'm just not connecting to the characters or fully invested in the story. So I don't know if it's just the way my head's been feeling as I'm trying to read, or if it's just the way I feel about this story in particular. I'm also not a huge rom-com person, and I didn't love book 1, so book 2, I'm kind of like, I want to know these characters and see what happens with them. And I do like some of the text messages between Evangeline and Haley especially. But I can take it or leave it right now. So we'll see. So I'm going to end this video here. I need the other book. So the first book I finished this week was A Run of Love by Toni Shiloh. I gave this one 4 stars. It is a contemporary romance and kind of features Kentucky Derby or training horses for the Kentucky Derby, a horse in particular. Then I started and finished Midnight on the Scottish Shore by Sarah Sundin. And this was my last Sarah Sundin to read to date until her next one comes out next year. This was not my favorite by her, but now she is complete and there was parts of it I enjoyed. And there's a little cameo at the end of a previous couple characters that we've met in another standalone by her. And that was so fun to see. I really enjoyed that. And then I started and made it to 40% of Hearts in Circulation. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this weekly vlog, and I will see you next week. Bye.